I don't know if it's exactly expanding the church. What I'd like to accomplish is, I think that every task of a bishop is to try to help and direct his people and his priests to grow in holiness. So if you take a look at the Vatican II documents, one of the common vocation that we all have, no matter what walk in life we have, is holiness. And so the idea to help people grow closer to the Lord, to help people grow closer to their faith. If I could accomplish that in any small way, I would consider that a great success. Well, I think one of the ways to get people excited about faith and their religion again. For me, it's an aspect which is so essential to life that when people don't pay attention to it, it's like they're blind to part of their life, which really is a great source of strength for them. Well, the great resources of a university are at least present to the entire community and to the culture. And my sense would be that Marquette be truly a Catholic university. It understands what it contributes to the culture as it helps to kind of define and to take its Catholicism into the society and to help others through the disciplines that it teaches. Well, the university is run by the Jesuits. The Jesuits are a community in the diocese. The bishop has responsibility for everything that's Catholic within the diocese. So there is a necessary relationship that the university has to have with the local bishop. If you want, the definition literally of being Catholic comes through the office of the bishop. So, and the Jesuits, of course, being a Catholic religious order, their definition and their ability to continue on to be and to function within the diocese necessitates a relationship with the bishop. When you celebrate diversity, you have to celebrate it as you embrace it for its own uniqueness. You don't try to change this out. I want it to be like this. What you do instead is you say, this is what makes this culture unique. This is what makes this culture a wonderful expression of the faith. So, the idea is to kind of see our unity in and through our diversity, to have our faith join us together, but to be able to celebrate the uniqueness that we have. When you talk in terms of the problems, I don't think that any people of faith can approach a problem without understanding that it's their faith that drives them. If we think we kind of do it on our own, then we're going to basically be lost, or we're still going to be struggling with the same problems. If we lock our arms together with the confidence that God's going to direct us, well, then we might, just accomplish a few things. In fact, the priest just asked me today what was one of my concerns in terms of the ethnic community, and obviously one of them was the Latino population. They're a fact in our American society. They're a fact and a culture that has to be dealt with. But more importantly, they're Catholic. They're ours. So we have to provide a welcoming community for them, so that they can grow in the faith just like we would any immigrant community. They characterized my opposition as financial, but I had a number of aspects. First is patent fairness of the bill. When I say fairness, if you take a look at the bill, the same victim in a public school does not have the same access to suit or to liability that they do in the private sector. So the same victim who's able to sue, say, the church or a non-profit organization or a private institution cannot do the same. That person in a public institution cannot do the same thing, because the public institutions are governed by sovereign immunity, which means it protects them against any suit. There are also codifications and laws that will not allow for any suit to be brought after a timely period. And a timely period could be as little as 120 days. So there's a fairness to this, which is not present in the bill. And as a lawyer, I have a problem with that constitutionally. I have a problem when you try to retroactively go after situations that have long passed. Prospectively, going forward is fine, but retroactively kind of violates due process of the Constitution. I see ours as contributory. So what that means is the voices. Sure, the media is going to applaud the bishops and they're going to criticize the bishops for their stance, but the bishops basically evoke principles, and those principles have to be part of what good health care is. One of the aspects immediately is the support for life. You're hard pressed to say this is a reformed health care bill if you're going to kill children. That just to me, that just doesn't make sense. At the same time, in terms of looking at where the burden of health care is placed is important economically, because you're talking about 1/6 of the economy of the United States. So when the bishops are there on principle, they're saying to legislators, not exactly this is what you should do, but this is what you need to incorporate in order to get it right.